Howdy, folks. Oh, come on, y'all could do better than that. I said howdy. Howdy. Yeah, that's better. Welcome to Rosie's place. I'm John Hurley, chief cook and bartender, and I've been helping Rosie operate this place ever since she opened it almost 30 years ago. And I guess I'll be here as long as I'm in operation, or the place is. Now, some of you have been here before. I recognize a few faces in the crowd. Well, we're glad to have you back. And for you first-timers, we think you'll find something real special here at Rosie's. Our regulars sure do. Now, they're the folks who are in here most every night. It's kind of a second home to a lot of them. Now, I could tell you why everybody loves Rosie's, but instead I'm going to let the place speak for itself. So let me take you back a couple months. It was a Friday afternoon. Rosie was working the books. I was stocking the bar, getting ready for another busy evening, when we got a call from this gal, a reporter from a Dallas paper, asking if she could come over and talk to us.
Hi, I'm Kate Miller.
Hi, Kate. John Hurley. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Greg Meyer from the Dallas Tribune.
Hello, Greg. Welcome to Rosie.
I want to thank you for letting us come by on such short notice.
Oh, sure. No problem. Just make yourselves comfortable, and I'll get Rosie.
What am I doing here in a honky-tonk in the middle of nowhere?
Relax. This might be fun.
I don't think so. I don't even know why I got this assignment. Anybody could have done this, you know. Steve, Julie, it's their kind of thing. Jake knew I wanted to cover the ballet this weekend. I think he's punishing me.
Come on, Kate. He probably thought it'd be a treat for you.
Some treat.
Rosie, this is Kate and Greg.
Hi, nice to meet you both. And I guess you've already met Johnny, my right-hand man.
Well, that's not what she usually calls me.
What does she call you?
Don't you dare. Y'all have a seat. Can I get you something to drink?
Nothing for me, thanks.
Boy, beer sounds good.
Now, you said so about an interview.
Well, my editor really wants a story on this place, so we'd like to come back later and meet your customers. Of course, we want to interview you and take some pictures, but actually, we'd just like to talk to your customers. You know, it seems your reputation has reached Dallas.
You sound skeptical.
Well, it's just that I haven't heard of it personally, but then, country western isn't my scene.
Well, it's nice to have you here, because it's always good having new faces mingling with the old ones.
Hey, look who you're calling old.
If the shoe fits. Now, it's going to be so much fun. You know, Friday nights are always jumping around here.
Well, that's great, and we'll try not to upset anybody by our presence.
Oh, you don't know these people. Nothing phases them. Hell, they be themselves even if the president were to walk in.
Well, that would certainly make my job a lot easier. Anyway, we'll be back a little later. As I said, maybe a little before you open so we get some pictures.
Fine, about 5:30 then.
Okay, then.
We'll see you folks later.
Bye.
Bye.
You know, I think I see a golden opportunity to have some fun here, Rosie. I'm going to call some of the regulars and see if we can cook up. Give the lady a little extra entertainment.
Now, you're not going to let that bunch of nuts loose on them, are you?
Hey, what's the worst that can happen? Hell, we've been filling this place every night since the day it opened. I don't think a little article in the Dallas paper is going to hurt us any. Besides, don't worry about it. I won't let them go hog wild.
Yeah, I bet.
Just leave it to me. I'll be gentle. So, on to that night at Rosie's. Hi, Ken. Can you get some music on for us? Yeah. All right. Hey, how those Cowboys not doing here?
Don't give me elbows.
Jolene. We're going to play a trick.
smile on your face. Leave your blues outside as you walk in through Rosie's door. And I can guarantee that you'll be back for more. When the music starts at Rosie's, it's a special treat. And in a minute or two, you'll be clapping your hands and tapping your feet. We may get you up and have you sing a song or two. Or you could just sit back and nurse a long neck groove. You can see that we've got some very special guests in the house. We've got our Jenny back from Nashville after a long and successful tour, and she brought along with her friend Brian. Welcome, Brian. We've also got Kate and Greg from the Dallas Tribune. Now, Kate's doing a story on us. I guess we've made the big time, and Greg's going to be walking around taking some pictures of everybody. And I told Kate I was going to tell y'all to mind your own manners, but she said she wants to see you just as you are. She asked for it. Anyway, Jenny, how about coming up here and kicking things off for us tonight?
Well, hi, everybody. It's great to be back. I may as well plug my latest release. It's 10 o'clock already. The evening's going fine. Dinner and a movie. We share our favorite wine. Tonight's a new beginning. I put aside my fears. Then all at once it starts again, and I end up in tears. It seems you always find a way to make me cry. You always do the things that cause me heartache. And though you love me, and I know you try, you always find a way to make me cry. Now breaking up ain't easy. The feelings still remain. It's better now to end it than living all this pain. I know I'm gonna hurt you, but maybe you will see that some loves stand the test of time and some aren't meant to be. You know you always find a way to make me cry. You always do the things that cause me heartache. And though you love me, and I know you try, you always find a way to make me cry. You always find a way to make me cry.
trying to tell me that you still like the 49ers better than the Cowboys? What a dumbass thing to say.
Joe, why don't you quiet that guy down?
Look at me, Oscar.
I don't want to look at you, Joe.
I said, look at me.
Joe, you're not going to make me do something stupid now, are you?
Not if you hush up, behave, and sit yourself back down. But if you don't, you'll be crawling out of here on your belly.
I'll be quiet, Joe.
All right, now apologize to Bob.
Sorry, Bob.
What's that all about, and who is the girl?
Oh, well, that's Jolene, our bouncer. Just doing her thing.
Oh, yeah, just about that.
Well, I know it seems a little strange, but Joe's got special powers. I mean, we haven't had a major disturbance in here since the day we hired her.
Well, what kind of special powers?
Well, why don't you ask yourself? But please don't upset her. She's an ill-tempered little gal.
I'll take it easy on her. So I hear you're the bouncer here.
That's right. What of it?
Well, for one thing, you're a woman.
So,
Well, you gotta admit, you don't exactly fit the image of a bouncer.
it's very simple, really. I use mind control, not brawn.
Mind control.
Yeah, you'd call it hypnotism.
You're a hypnotist?
The best? Let me tell you about it. Of all the things I wanted to be, the first thing on my list was to take a course in mind control and become a hypnotist. So I sent away to a magazine for a course on how to do it. And I picked it up really quick. Hell, there ain't nothing to it. But a girl like me, with power like that, is tough to have around. Cause on top of all my other faults, I'm the meanest gal in town. Kick my dog. I hate kids. I pass wind in elevators. Yeah, I mean, I can make you cluck like a chicken. I can make you sing and dance. With one quick look in your eyes, I can put you in a trance. And I'll tell you now, don't cross me and I don't get on my list. Cause I'm evil like Joe from Idaho, world's meanest hypnotist. I went to my ex's party. He had dumped me a month ago. He was showing off his new girl, just to rub it in, you know. Well, I shook their hands, looked them in their eyes, whispered in their ear. What happened at that party next will be talked about for years. She was on top of the dining room table, buck naked, and singing, I want to be loved by you, and you, and you. He was out back, wallowing in a mud puddle, eating garbage, and making oinking sounds. They're gonna love the videos. I can make you cluck like a chicken, I can make you sing and dance. With one quick look in your eyes, I can put you in a trance. And I'll tell you now, don't cross me, and I don't get on my list. Cause I'm evil like Joe from Idaho, world's meanest hypnotist. I went to a political rally. It was election time again. And this guy was running for office that I didn't want to get in. So I shook his hand, looked him in the eye, whispered in his ear. The speech he gave after that, ended his career. He said, if I get elected, I'm gonna hire all my friends and relatives, set up an offshore bank account, steal you blind, and retire in Belize. Doctors say he'll make a complete recovery, except for a slight limp. I can make you cluck like a chicken, I can make you sing and dance. With one quick look in your eyes, I can put you in a trance. And I tell you now, don't cross me, and I don't get on my list. Cause I'm evil like Joe from Idaho, world's meanest hypnotist. World's meanest hypnotist. I'm mean. Can I ask you a question?
I got it all right down here. What's with the woman over there?
Oh, that's Millie. What do you want to know?
Well, the way she dresses and all, is she a hooker?
Well, no, she's not a hooker, but I can understand why you think so. But she can tell you about herself. Hey, Millie. Oh, Millie. Millie, this lady here would like you to tell her something about yourself. Kate? Millie.
Hi. What can I tell you?
Well, I'm trying to get an idea of the range of people who come into Rosie's, and you certainly caught my attention, the way you dress, Noel.
Yeah? And you've probably heard my nickname.
No, I can't say that I have.
One of these clowns gave me a nickname and they all picked up on it.
What do they call you?
They call me Mattress Back Millie, the tramp from Philly. I find it amusing, a little bit silly. I'm really just an innocent, fun-loving girl. I like to party and stay up late dancing. I'm into flowers and moonlight romancing. So why am I called the honky-tonk femme fatale? I'm not some floozy who peddles her wares on the corner. I don't know how that rumor got around. I'm really choosy of who I lavish my charms on. And I'll keep looking till true love is found. Then I'll get married. My critics say that my walk is suggestive. They think my wardrobe should get me arrested. But I don't hear complaints from the men that I see. Look at my assets. Is it surprising? I like to flaunt them. It's good advertising. And all this comes with my own money back guarantee. I'm not some floozy who peddles her wares on the corner. I don't know how that rumor got around. I'm really choosy of who I lavish my charms on. And I'll keep looking till true love is found. And then I'll get married. As for my bullwhips, I no longer use them. Chains are passé now, they cause too much bruising. I much prefer handcuffs and a can of whipped cream. Just for the record, that's not the real me. Kidding aside, folks, I'm not really kinky. A loving man and a home with some kids is my dream.
That's not Willie, that's not.
Really sexy. Look what's coming in.
Get out of here.
He's cute. Where did you find him?
Back off, Vera. I saw him first.
Don't worry, sweetie. Al's more my type. Where did you get that outfit? It's adorable.
Oh, I found this great little shop and it's so reasonable.
Well, the next time you go there, be sure to let me know.
How about tomorrow?
Oh, great. Let's do lunch.
Hey, Johnny, would you do something about Vera?
Joe, would you get Charlie back?
A bouncer here, not a shrink. Hey, Vera. Vera, get lost. I want to talk to Charlie. Now.
Oh, no. No, is she back? Is Vera back? Yep. Get off my lap, Charlie.
Sorry, Al. You know I can't control Vera. She's got a mind of her own.
What explain that?
Well, it all started a few months ago. Weird things began happening to me. Well, once I found myself in a ladies' room, and I didn't remember how I got there. Another time, I found myself putting on pantyhose with no idea of where I got them or why. Lots of other things happened, so finally I went to a shrink. Under hypnosis, they found I had a split personality. And to make matters worse, the other half was a woman named Vera.
Why am I even listening to this?
Because it's true, Scout's honor.
Yeah.
I got a multiple personality malady. I never know who I am. I don't even know what sex I am. Sometimes I'm a woman and sometimes a man. I got a multiple personality malady and people don't understand. I'm reading, feeling, streaming, checking fishing poles, perusing fashion magazines on women's clothes. My drawers are full of boxer shorts and pantyhose. I never know how to plan. I got a multiple personality malady. It's driving me up the wall. I got a whole other person inside of me. I wish she'd leave and just let me be. I got a multiple personality malady, and I'm really not amused. Last week I went for my prostate check. Yesterday I saw my gynecologist. Those stirrups ain't for horses, and I hated that test. I've never been so confused. I got a multiple personality malady, and it's very strange indeed. When I'm dancing out on the floor, sometimes I follow, sometimes I lead. I got a multiple personality malady, and I hope it's not here to stay. Four people ask me if I like to marry them. I know I should be flattered, but I can't pretend, 'cause two of them were women, but the other two are men. Oh, Vera, please go away. You're driving me crazy. Vera, please go away. I'm going bonkers. Vera, please go away. Go on home.
Hey, Joe, is there any way we can get rid of Charlie and keep Vera?
I wish.
Hey, better yet, why don't we get rid of both of them?
I'm what gives this place class.
Well, me and Jenny over there, right, Jenny?
You bet, Charlie.
So tell me about Jenny Gerard. You know, I know she's made quite a name for herself in country music, and I understand she sort of started out here. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, she's one of ours. She's more like a daughter to Rosie and me.
Really? Would you like to tell me about that?
Well, yeah, Jenny and Rosie's son Dan were very much in love several years back, and we didn't think anything could come between them. Well, Jenny got a recording contract and went to Nashville. Dan didn't follow her. Instead, he started traveling. He ended up in Oregon, where he met a real nice lady, and he married her. Well, Jenny started singing her heart out.
Well, it looks like she's got someone else.
Well, could be, but I don't know. I don't think she's ever gotten over Dan.
Well, I think I'll go talk to her. At least I think she's probably used to being in the spotlight.
Well, she hasn't let fame go to her head. She's still one of us.
Hi, my name is Kate Miller.
Jenny Gerard, and this is Brian Reese.
Hi, Brian. You mind if I ask you a few questions?
No, not at all. Have a seat.
Well, you know, my paper's doing a story about this place, and I'm really interested in you because I know that you've got a really successful career going, and I hear you sort of started out here, and it seems that you come back here.
Well, this is home, this place. And all these people are like my family. I just can't imagine staying away.
Do you get to come back often?
Whenever I can get away. I've got a pretty busy schedule, so it's not as often as I'd like to.
You gonna keep gabbing all evening, or are you gonna sing something?
I already sang before you got here.
Well, then sing again.
Now let me get this straight. Who was asking, Charlie or Vera?
Both of us.
In that case, how can I refuse? You mind if we finish later?
No, not at all. I think I've got what I need. Besides, I'd rather hear you sing.
Now, Charlie and Vera missed my first song, so I said I'd do another. Now, as some of y'all Hell no, I just got back from a gig in Hawaii. Notice the tan? That's right. I don't know if you're aware of it, but they're really into the country scene out there. They call their cowboys Paniolos.
What?
Paniolos. Not Pacalolo, Paniolos. They have country western bars, and just about every place where there's dancing is filled with country music and line dances. There's a new dance they're doing out there called the Paniolo Stomp. And I'm going to show it to you all, but we need some help moving some of these tables out of here because we need some space, Rosie. Sorry. Okay. Makes no difference who you are or where you're coming from. The beat will keep you dancing till your feet are numb. It's called the stomp, yeah, yeah. The Paniola stomp, it's called the stomp, yeah, yeah. The Paniola stomp. Gonna shed all my blues, gonna kick off my shoes, gonna have me a ball, I'm gonna dance with the walls, gonna rock and roll and bump and ride. I'll be stomping all night till I'm blowing my mind. I'll keep on dancing till the break of day. Gotta work tomorrow, but that's okay.
who's the guy in the white suit?
Oh, well, that's the Reverend Billy Sinfree, our income preacher.
Billy Sinfree? Is that his real name?
Well, he says it is. He's even got a special license plate that says, "Be Sin-Free." Kind of catchy, don't you think?
Well, it's catchy, all right, but isn't this kind of an odd place for a minister to hang out?
Well, he's not your average garden variety minister, you know.
Why doesn't that surprise you?
Well, he claims to have met Lucifer.
Oh, you know, I think I need to talk to him.
You sure about that?
Oh, I think so.
Follow me.
Are you really a minister, Mr. Sinfree?
That's Reverend Sinfree, and yes, I am.
And I suppose Rosie's is your church, and all these people are your parishioners.
Well, actually, I don't do much preaching, ma'am. Mostly, I just warn folks to stay alert for the evil one.
Oh, yeah. Johnny tells me you claim to have met the devil.
Yes, ma'am. It was up close and personal. I was as close to him as I am to you right now. That was 15 years ago, and it's been my mission in life to warn people about him ever since.
Would you like to tell me about it?
I'd be obliged, ma'am. Stranger was in town again, the second time this year. He'd made his evil bet once more with words we'd come to fear. 10,000 goes to any man who proves he can survive. If he can drive through Dead Man's Curve while doing 95. 14 men had tried that bet, and 14 men had died. You can take that curve at 91, but not at 95. The devil rode with me that night, his hand was on my knee. Make one mistake at Dead Man's Curve and you'll belong to me. He had a smile upon his face, he cast an evil spell. I'll take that curve at 95 or join my friends in hell.
Don't bring your truck this way. Try again some other day. The devil waits at Dead Man's Curve. He wants your soul, he'll break your nerve.
I'd lost my job down at the mill. My money was getting thin. If I took that curve at 95, 10,000 I could win. I looked into the stranger's eyes, for now I knew him well. This was no man in front of me, but Satan straight from hell. The devil rode with me that night, his hand was on my knee. Make one mistake at Dead Man's Curve and you'll belong to me. He had a smile upon his face, he cast an evil spell. I'll take that curve at 95 or join my friends in hell.
Don't bring your truck this way. Try again some other day. The devil waits at Dead Man's Curve. He wants your soul, he'll break your nerve.
I climbed into the pickup truck, a stranger at my side. My fingers trembled on the wheel with fear I could not hide. Then suddenly the fear was gone and anger took its place. I put that pedal to the floor and laughed in Satan's face. The devil rode with me that night, his hand was on my knee. Make one mistake at Dead Man's Curve and you'll belong to me. He had a smile upon his face, he cast an evil spell. I'll take that curve at 95 and send him back to hell.
Okay, let me see here. You got one guy in here who makes bets with the devil. You got another guy in here with a woman living inside of him. You got a female hypnotist bouncer over here. What I'd really like to know is, do you have any normal people in here?
Well, I'm not, but how about you, Oscar?
Hell no, not even close. Hey, folks, the lady wants to know if we've got anyone normal here.
Well, I'm normal.
not normal, more like common.
You got that right, darling.
Hey, well, don't knock it. The common man is the backbone of society. I'm proud to be called common. You are. Hey, folks, give me some help here. You know how shy I am. I drink my wine from a screwed-up bottle. My clothes are old blue jeans. My pickup truck is 9 years old. I don't have fancy dreams, but I go hold my head up high and look my neighbor in the eye. I'm short on cash, but long on pride. I'm just a common man. Just a common man. Getting to ride the best way you can. Don't have a master plan. It takes a day and never worry, I spend my evenings in a honky-tonk with my best girl, Sal. We're gonna marry in a year or two, 'cause she's my perfect gal. We get along in perfect harmony, we never fight or disagree, and she knows what I'll always be. I'm just a common man. He's just a common man. Getting to ride the best way he can. Don't have a master plan. He takes a day and never worry. Daddy taught me to be kind to others, just like the golden rule. My friends all call me when they need somebody. They know that I'll come through. I'll never be a man of destiny, but you can always count on me. And on my headstone, hope you'll see, here lies a common man.
How about that, folks? Well, now we're going to hear from somebody who's not a bit common. Folks, let's hear it for our own dear Rosie.
I used to be a different me, the consummate wallflower, the kind of girl no man would seek, and with his eyes devour. I longed to be a country star, but my career went nowhere. I wanted to arrive somehow, but I knew not how to get there. But then I thought of plastic surgery. Could it be that it would work for me? I called that famous Dr. Frankenstein. Could he make this plain Jane look divine? And he said,
I'll make you look like Marilyn Monroe. All it takes is time and lots of dough. Put your faith in me and have no fear. I can make a silk purse from an old sow.
I'm Silicon Sally, I'm the tabloid queen. My boobs are humongous and my waist is 19. Ain't it a gimmick if you're gonna succeed? But mounds of silicone did it for me, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Doc Corning, for my 52 Ds. They make my back ache and they buckle my knees. I lose my balance every time that I sneeze. but I confess I'll do it all again. As you can see, physiologically, I'm no older cold, but if I turn around too fast, well, I might go into
When I'm in a good mood, I just get happier here. And when I'm troubled, well, this place seems to take the edge off. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Everybody here's a friend, even you. And we just met.
Well, I'd be happy to be your friend, and I'm a very good listener if you care to share your story with me, off the record, of course.
Well, I take things pretty much in stride. I don't get too emotional about anything. But something happened recently that really hit me hard. My daughter called me up last Sunday morning. She said, Mama passed away 2 days ago. She was living in a nursing home just outside of town. She said she never wanted you to know. The home asked me to pick up her belongings. The saddest job I've ever had to do. And while sifting through the memories that Mama left behind, I found some things I'd like to share with you. There were 3 faded pictures of you hanging on the wall, and a teddy bear you gave her on a chair. Some old yellow letters you had written long ago, and a note that said, tell Daddy I still care. She said, Dad, I always felt that you still loved her, but couldn't bring yourself to tell her so. It might have made her happy for her last few years of life, if somehow you had only let her know. There were 3 faded pictures of you hanging on the wall, and a teddy bear you gave her on a chair. Some old yellow letters you had written long ago, and a note that said, tell Daddy I still care. I hung up the phone that Sunday morning, knowing what my daughter said was true. It's too late now for me to right the wrongs that I have done. There's really nothing more that I can do. I have no faded pictures of her hanging on the wall, no teddy bear she gave me on a chair, no old yellow letters that she wrote me long ago. Just a need to say, my darling, I still care. Just a need to say, my darling, I still care.
You know we all still love you, Jordan.
I love you too, Rosie.
Oh, that's Spermus. They always act like that when he walks in.
Spermus? Is that his real name, or should I even ask?
Well, his real name is Dave, but he's been bragging so much lately about his conquest that we decided to give him the nickname Spermus Maximus.
Well, I think I definitely need to meet him.
Okay, I'll introduce you to him. Hey, Dave. Oh, Dave. Dave, come over here. Kate here is writing a story about us for the Dallas Tribune.
Pleased to meet you, little lady. One of the most gorgeous creatures I've ever laid my eyes on.
I hear that a lot. So, Dave, or should I say Spermus, tell me about yourself.
Be my pleasure.
Hey, Spermus, how about that basketball player, Will Chamberlain? Claims he's been with 10,000 women.
Impressive. What year was that?
I'm known as famous Maximus, the bedroom gladiator. All heads turn when I walk in. I am the talk of Texas, I'm a cool operator. I leave broken hearts where I have been. And once I've had my way with you, nobody else will do. And I'll be under your skin.
Hey, Miss Permis, let us sample your charms. Hey, Miss Permis, wrap us up in your arms, snap your fingers, and we'll come on the run. Your Don Juan and Valentina roll into one.
I'm known as Furnace Maximus, the bedroom gladiator. Romance is always on my mind. I am the living legend, I'm your passport to heaven. I'm not merely good, I am sublime. And once I zero in on you, there's nothing you can do, it's only a matter of time.
Hey, Miss Permis, we all bow at your feet. You're our idol. The seducer indeed. Give us lessons. Let us join in the fun. You're Romeo and Aeroplane. Roll into one.
I'm known as Furnace Maximus, the bedroom gladiator. I don't reveal a lady's name. I am the soul of discretion. I'm not into confession. Kiss and tell, those will never be my game. Your reputation is safe with me, also your dignity. I just deflower, not defame.
Hey, Miss Permis, let us sample your charms. Hey, Miss Permis, wrap us up in your arms, snap your fingers, and we'll come on the run. Your Don Juan and Valentina roll into one.
Hey, Miss Permis, we all bow at your feet. You're our idol. The seducer indeed. Give us lessons. Let us join in the fun. You're Romeo and Aeroplane. Roll into one.
Y'all having fun? Well, we're going to give you a break now, and just want to let you know that out in the hallway over here are the refreshments, and right next door are the outhouses. I'm not trying to tell you anything, just not to get lost, because back in here for your listening and dancing pleasure, we're going to have music during intermission. And then toward the end of intermission, they're going to play the Pontiolo Stomp again. So feel free to come down and try to learn it. All right. In the meantime, I'll see you all back here in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, the funny old
young man of 23. I asked my sweet Alice to marry me. But at the altar, she started to falter, and with a smile she said these words to me. So long, my Johnny, so long. I'll pack up my bag and be gone. Though I leave with a tear in my eye, I'm so glad I'm saying goodbye. When I was a man of but 32, I was to marry a girl named Sue. But at the church, I was left in a lurch, and with a smile, she said these words to me.
So long, my Johnny, so long. I'll pack up my bag and be gone. Though I leave with a tear in my eye, I'm sure that I'm saying goodbye.
It happened again at age 38. A wedding was planned with a girl named Kate, but just like before, she walked out the door, and with a smile she said these words to me.
So long, my Johnny, so long. I'll pack up my bag and be gone. Though I leave with a tear in my eye, I'm sure that I'm saying goodbye.
Last but not least was a girl named Dot. We had decided to tie the knot, but instead of I do, she said toodaloo. And with a smile she said these words to me.
So long, my Johnny, so long. I'll pack up my bag and be gone. Though I leave with a tear in my eye, I'm sure that I'm saying goodbye.
Okay, folks, let's keep this party going. Hey, Charlie, what about it? You got one of them stories for us again?
I'm glad you asked that, John, because as a matter of fact, I do have an incredible tale to tell you, and it's a true story. As you know, I just got back from vacation, and one of my hobbies is searching out unpublished heroes. People who have done wondrous deeds, but for some reason or another, it just never got out to the world. You know, like Flatulent Phil. Oh, yeah, he's my hero. Who some of you recall me telling you about. Anyway, I discovered just such a person in a small town in Central California. Now, I'd stopped for the night, and I was doing a walking tour when I froze in my tracks at the sign over the local high school stadium. What did it say? Well, I'll tell you. It read, Lard Ass Field. Well, I was intrigued by this, so I asked a couple of the young fellers playing ball there how it came to have such a strange name. Now, they told me a story that was so inspiring, I went back to the hotel, sat down, and wrote this here song, and it's the gospel truth. He weighed 25 pounds the day he was born. There was lots of screaming from his mom that morning. The delivery room crew was all aghast, and an awestruck nurse mumbled, "What a lard ass." He grew up short, and he grew up wide. He was strong as an ox, but real sweet inside. He never got mad at the kids in his class, although they all called him lard ass.
A quarter ton, a 5-foot frame, height and width are both the same. To lift him up you need a crane, he's sure a sight to see. When he runs it never fails, show up on the Richter scale. Looks just like a human whale, lard ass is his name. Lard ass, lard ass. Now he realized his high school dreams when he made third string on the football team. He never played, but he didn't care. He just enjoyed being there. Then after a game, in the locker room, a rumbling started like the voice of doom. The walls and the roof, they began to shake, and somebody shouted, "Earthquake!" Lockers and plaster began to fall, and a wall of fire filled the hall. was trapped in a concrete tomb, and only one man could save them. A quarter ton on a 5-foot frame, height and width are both the same. To lift him up, you'll need a crane. He's sure a sight to see. When he runs, it never fails. Show up on the Richter scale. Looks just like a human whale. Lord, ass is his name. Lord ass, Lord ass. Well, up from the dust, the plaster and rubble, rose a mound of flesh shaped like a bubble. Clear me a path, give us some room. I'll set you free from that chamber of doom. He roared like a lion, charged at the wall, looking like a great human bowling ball. He hit that wall with a crash like thunder. Concrete blocks were torn asunder. The cheering players ran in the street as Lord F. staggered to his feet. A legend was born that fateful day as the thankful teammates knelt to pray. He had saved that team! A quarter ton on a 5-foot frame, height and width are both the same. To lift him up, you'll need a crane. Sure a sight to see. When he runs, it never fails. Show up on the Richter scale. Looks just like a human whale. Lord ass is his name. Lord ass, Lord ass. So a grateful town to ensure his fame built a brand new stadium bearing his name, and many a stranger has stopped to ask, why is this stadium called Lord Ass? Yes, they call their hero Lord.
Hey, Charlie, didn't Flatulent Bill come from California?
Oh, that's right, he did.
Sounds like they got a lot of weirdos out there.
Yep, not like here.
How about we get the twins up for us all?
Are they still around?
You get a little late on it, Charlie. We're going to be coming in here when you're pushing up daisies.
Excuse me, did he call you two twins?
That's right, honey. I'm Louise, and this here's Arlene, in case you all have trouble telling us apart.
Not a bit. You don't look at all alike.
Well, we're not identical twins, but we sure do look alike.
Maybe not when they're standing together, but you get them apart, and I defy you to tell me which is which.
The only way I can tell them apart is by the mole on our index.
Yeah, for a couple of old gals, they do all right.
Hey, Charlie, don't knock age. We've got something that takes some time to acquire.
And what might that be?
Experience!
Experience, there's no substitution for experience. Combine it with a little common sense, and you will find that it makes all the difference. Your point of view will change with time as wisdom comes to you. The little things that used to make you blue evaporate just like the morning dew. We're not as young as we used to be, but don't waste your sympathy, cause we're still having a ball. And when we walk through the pearly gate, don't wanna celebrate, we'll see and done it all.
We're here to say that youth is wasted on the young today. Appreciation comes when you get gray, but then you learn to savor life and seize the day. Don't waste your time reliving old mistakes that haunt your mind. You gotta try to leave the past behind and learn to thumb your nose there for the time.
We're not as young as we used to be, but don't waste your sympathy, cause we're still having a ball. And when we waltz with the pearly gate, don't wanna celebrate, we're the
state of mind can make you ancient long before your time. An upbeat attitude will make you shine, and being optimistic doesn't cost a dime. So take a page from those of us who never at our age. Resignation can become a cage, and life's a show, so step out on the stage. Yes, life's too short to waste your time. Having fun is not a crime. What we're preaching makes good sense. Trust in your experience.
Than all you kids put together.
Hey, Arlene, let me see your bowl.
You don't have enough money, Bob.
Now, aren't they just the cat's pajamas? Well, you've got quite a good group here. By the way, who's that lady over there? I swear I know her from someplace.
Oh, that is Belle, our mystery lady. We don't know much about her because she doesn't talk about herself, but she's a very nice lady.
She looks really familiar to me. How long has she been coming in here?
She first started coming here about 6 months ago. She never gets up to sing, but she loves everybody's song.
Well, I'm going to go talk to her. Maybe I'll figure out who she is.
Go ahead. Who knows? She might open up to you. How you doing, George? You need a little beer?
No, I'm doing fine. Daisy May's taking real good care of me.
Hi, my name's Kate Miller. How do you do? And I'm doing a story about Rosie.
It's a wonderful place. She'd make a great article.
You know, you look really familiar to me. We've met someplace, haven't we?
We might have.
I know who you are. You're Isabella Rios with the Dallas Opera Company.
My cover's blown. You must be an opera fan.
I am, and you're wonderful. But why do you keep it a secret in here? I'm sure they'd love to know.
Well, I guess I've just been enjoying my anonymity. This is one place where I can just be part of a crowd.
Well, I think they'd let you do that here. Don't you ever just feel like getting up and singing?
All the time. I'm working up my courage. I love country music. It would be fun to try some, but I'd like to be just one of the gang.
Well, like I said, I don't think it'd be a problem in here. So how about it? Would you sing a song for us?
I'll make a deal with you. I'll get up there and sing. If you promise not to mention my being here in your article, I'd hate to have this place ruined for me, or for them.
Okay, you got my word on that. Excuse me a minute, let me run. Hey, everybody. This lady here is Isabella Rios with the Dallas Opera Company. She says if I promise not to write about it in the article, she'll sing a song for us. So how about it? Would you like to hear it?
I've been listening to you sing here for a while now, and I realize there are a lot of similarities between country music and opera. We're always singing about broken hearts and lost loves. You know what I mean? Have any of you ever been to an opera?
I've been to the Grand Ole Opry.
Does a horse opera count?
Let me give you an idea of what I mean. Maestro, you do know Parliament. Naturally.
I know her.
Rapture, a wanton bird that none may tame.
get cooked, your goose is cooked, and even opera music will be spurned.
I guess I can't cross the line completely and risk my career. So, I'll sing something just a little bit country and a whole lot inspirational. Maestro, you know the miracle of love is. I sat back in my rocking chair, turned my eyes up to the sky, and thought about the years we shared together. And things might have gone quite differently if you hadn't come along. So I bless the day that you came my way to help my faith stay strong. Yes, miracles still happen in many different ways. They don't always move mountains or turn nights into days. There's a blessing that comes to us from the Lord above. It's God's greatest miracle. It's the miracle of love. Throughout the years, sweet times and tears, you were always there for me, to comfort me and guide me with a love for all to see. Though you're not here, I know you're near, watching me from up above. And we'll meet again when God takes my hand and leads me to my love. Yes, miracles still happen in many different ways. They don't always move mountains or turn nights into days. There's a blessing that comes to us from the Lord above. It's God's greatest miracle. It's the miracle of
What's the problem?
Nothing. Just leave me alone.
Fine, I'll leave you alone.
Is everything all right, or shouldn't I ask?
Are we that obvious?
Well, let's just say you don't look like the world's happiest couple.
Oh, it's just me, Rosie. Brian's a really decent guy, but I just can't give him what he wants. Sometimes the tensions really build up.
Well, what does he want?
Love, marriage, what works?
Is it still Dan?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I already found my miracle love and I blew it. After Dan broke up with me, I just couldn't get interested in anybody. And then I met Brian and it was different. I thought, I'm finally over Dan. I'm in love again. And for a while, it was great. The more serious he gets, the more I find myself backing off. It's gotten to a point now where I just don't want to be with him. And I know he senses it, but what can I do? I'm just not in love with him anymore.
Where does it say love lasts forever? What book of rules says love can't die? Though he was sure we'd stay together, who said we'd never say goodbye?
I can see it in her eyes, I can hear it in her sighs, and I know it won't be long before she says goodbye. Should I get down on my knees? Will she listen to my pleas? Or should I just take a stance, act like a man, and walk away?
I can see he's grieving. He knows that I'll be leaving. How can I desert this man who's been so good to me? Please tell me I can't keep pretending. I know it should be ending. Now's the time to tell the truth and try to make him see.
I've never claimed that I was faultless. I made mistakes along the way. And there were times when I was thoughtless. So now it seems that I must pay. I can see it in her eyes. I can hear it in her sighs. And I know it won't be long before she says goodbye. Should I get down on my knees? Will she listen to my pleas? Or should I just take a stand, act like a man, and walk away?
I can see he's grieving. He knows that I'll be leaving. How can I desert this man who's been so good to me? Please tell me I can't keep pretending. I know it should be ending. Now's the time to tell the truth and try to make him see. I think he sees through my deceptions, through my excuses and my lies. Though guilt may alter my perceptions, I think he sees it in my eyes.
I can see it in her
I
eyes.
can see he's grieving.
I can hear it in her sighs.
He knows that I'll be leaving.
And I know it
And
won't be
I
long
desert this
before
man
she
who's been
says
so good to me.
goodbye. Please tell me. Should I get down on my knees?
I can't keep pretending.
Will she listen to my pleas?
I know it should be ending.
Or should I just take a stand, act like a man, and walk away?
We meet again, Billy. Do you remember me?
Yeah, I remember.
I hear you've been doing some bragging, Billy.
How would you know? You just got here.
I'm the devil, for Christ's sake.
Well, I was just telling my friends how I kicked your butt the last time we met.
You win some, you lose some. It was just a battlefield. The war goes on.
So that's why you're here to get even?
You got it, Billy. It is payback time.
Reverend, is this dude threatening you? And who the hell are you really in that silly Santa Claus suit?
You don't like my outfit? It's a Tommy Hilfiger. Anyway, you should know who the hell I am by now. You ignorant rookie.
These horns you see are growing from my head. And every suit I own is colored red. And though it's clear that you're no Mensa, even you should know the answer. People speak of me with awe and dread. Beelzebub's the name that I like best. And you can take your pick of all the rest. But if you call me Beelzebub, you had better run for cover. The last redneck that tried that is my guest.
Devil came to Rosie's place to meet the preacher face to face, and everybody knew the sparks would fly. The preacher won the round before, Beelzebub was mighty sore. It doesn't pay to spit in Satan's eye.
If you think I'm scared, just think again. I'm a different breed of cat than other men. I'm not about to cringe or cower. I work for a higher power. The good will always win out in the end. I come to Rosie's place to have a brew, have a fight with the likes of you. I watched you once, came out a winner. Find yourself a low-life sinner. Someone will give Lucifer his due.
The devil came to Rosie's place to meet the preacher face to face, and everybody knew the sparks would fly. The preacher won the round before, Beelzebub was mighty sore. It doesn't pay to spit in Satan's eye.
We had one the last time that we met. But 14 souls were taken on that bet. Well, now I'm back, and now it's your turn. Be prepared to do a slow boy. Boss, no one's ever beaten me twice yet.
The devil came to Rosie's place to meet the preacher face to face, and everybody knew the sparks would fly. The preacher won the round before, Beelzebub was mighty sore. It doesn't pay to spit in Satan's eye.
You prey upon the sinners and the weak. But no one ever said that I was meek.
Tell him, Reverend.
If you want my soul, just come and take it. Holler threats ain't gonna make it. Not about to turn the other cheek.
The devil came to Rosie's place to meet the preacher face to face, and everybody knew the sparks would fly. The preacher won the round before, Beelzebub was mighty sore. It doesn't pay to spit in Satan's eye. The preacher won the round before, Beelzebub was mighty sore. It doesn't pay to spit in Satan's eye.
Yeah!
Hey, go ahead.
What did you call me, little poison?
You heard me. Goat head. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Lily, just wait a few minutes. I have to take care of this pain in the tuchus first. Get ready, little blonde poison. Yeah!
Beelzebub! 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 Beelzebub!
It's not fair! I can't concentrate. Don't you people have any ethics?
No!
Why am I doing this? I never wanted to be a bad guy. I only wanted to be a regular. All right then, let's end this nonsense. I'll buy a round for the house. Set up your best house red. It's my favorite color. And you shall take it out of this. Wait a minute. Don't you have other shabbats? This is it. All right. Let me smell the cabin. Smell. Got a
names on it.
Yes, these cards, they all belong to me.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, oh, O.J. Simpson.
What did I say?
Well, this is a first for me. I've never taken a picture of the devil before.
Yeah, well, he drops in here now and then.
Boy, that's a hell of a place.
He must be a hard act to follow.
Well, speaking of which, she's going to kill me for telling you this, but Kate here's got a terrific voice.
I'm warning you, Greg, don't even go there.
We've had a karaoke machine at a Christmas party last year. Finally got Kate up to sing. After a couple drinks, of course. And, oh, what a voice. She blew us away.
I'm telling you, you're going to get it.
Oh, it's going to be worth it to hear you in this place. With this band,
I'm sober tonight.
Well, we can fix that. So, you've been holding out on us, eh? You know we're not going to let you out here before you sing a song. You know that, don't you?
No, all right. But you are going to get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a real treat in store for us tonight. Kate has graciously volunteered to come up and sing us a song.
I didn't blame you, dear, for leaving me. I brought you heartache from the start. I didn't know that it would hurt so bad. I didn't know we'd stay apart. We never meet, we've gone our separate ways. Our paths may never cross again. Your new life has brought you happiness. Mine brings me loneliness and pain. My life is cheap red wine and lonely cowboys, cut-rate motels, and greasy spoons. I'm drifting around without rhyme or reason, like some old guitar. My life's out of tune. I call you up to hear your voice again, and hang up when you say hello. And though I never even speak your name, I'm sure you guessed, I'm sure you know. My life is cheap red wine, lonely cowboys, cut-rate motels, and greasy spoons. I'm drifting around without rhyme or reason, like some old guitar. My life's out of tune. I wait in shadows for a glimpse of you, and see you with a new love now. I drove away the only one I love. I have to let you go somehow. My life is cheap red wine and lonely cowboys, cut-rate motels, and greasy spoons. I'm drifting around without rhyme or reason, like some old guitar. My life's out of tune, like some old guitar.
What is it with you women? All this crying over these men? All this misery, all this heartache? They're not worth it. Rise up! There never was a guy who could ever make me cry, 'cause I see through 'em. They're a herd of ill-bred swine with just one thing on their mind, it's their undoing. There's a rumor going round that a good man has been found. There's no such creature. If you want to test him, hun, you can make the rascal run. Just mention preacher. Rich man, poor man, macho or wimpy type, they're all the same to me. Mother Nature took a donkey and crossed it with a monkey, made a stubborn hairy cretin that belongs in a tree. Oh, well! If I had my way, I would set aside a day for retribution. For the lion, cheating kind that say castration comes to mind, it's my solution. As with harem guards of old, the little snipping I am told relieves aggression. With the morals of a goat, a well-placed snip will help us cope with men's obsession. Rich man, poor man, macho or wimpy type, they're all the same to me. Mother Nature took a donkey and crossed it with a monkey, made a stubborn hairy cretin that belongs in a tree. From my lyrics it may seem that I hold men in low esteem. You're quite perceptive. You must raise your standards, girls. Among the swine there are some pearls. Become selective. And although their faults abound, we must keep a few around and just for breeding. And the bottom line remains, although most men are awful pains. Yes, we need 'em.
How about going out with me tomorrow night, Jolie?
Oh, sure. Why not, Charlie? What time shall I pick you up?
Well, I guess you're getting the earful.
Well, you certainly got lots of interesting people here, and there's a lot of interesting stories.
And a lot of blarney, but they're good lies.
Well, I can see that, but you know, there's one story I haven't got yet.
Which one's that?
Yours. And even I know that at one time you had a really good career going, so why did you quit and open this place?
A broken heart, and that man over there.
Well, you want to tell me about that?
My story reads just like a good old country song. I fell in love, had a baby, he left me. Oh, Dan, my son Dan. Johnny came to my rescue and helped me open up this place. Like I said, it's just like a good old country song. That's all right.
There was a time I was alone. My nights were long and filled with sorrow. I had no dreams, my hopes were gone. I dreaded facing each tomorrow. But then a friend reached out to me. He gave me hope and helped me see life must go on, yet in the end it took a little help from a friend. With just a little help from a friend, my lonely days are filled with gladness. With just a little help
from a friend. I learned to deal with all life's madness. Though years have passed, some things don't change. The one thing I hold dear remains. Life must go on, yet in the end, it takes a little help from a friend. Don't try and go it all alone. Don't ever try and be an island. Just call a friend up on the phone whenever you're feeling blue and need consoling. Don't let your pride stand in the way. Reach out for help, you'll be okay. And you'll know you can depend on just a little help from a friend. Don't try and go it all alone. Don't ever try to be an island. Just call your friends up on the phone whenever you are feeling blue and need consoling. Don't let your pride stand in the way. Reach out for help, you'll be okay. And you will find you can depend on just a little help from a friend. On just a little help from a friend.
Well, things started winding down a bit after that. All too soon, the evening came to an end. People started saying their goodbyes and taking off. Now, Kate sent Greg off with some of the younger crowd to finish the evening in an all-night coffee shop. She was going to meet him there, but she seemed to want to spend just another moment or two with just Rosie and me.
Well, I suppose it's time for me to go too.
I hope you got everything you needed.
Oh, I got enough for a book in here.
An expose? We're ruined.
Oh, look out.
I wouldn't worry about that. There's nothing but superlatives about Rosie's in here. You know, quite honestly, I didn't really want this assignment. But now I kind of hate to leave. I can't think when I've had such a good time.
Well, then you're just going to have to come back when you don't have to work.
Was I working? Gosh, didn't seem like it. Well, anyway, thanks so much for making me feel at home. Or maybe I should say, for making me feel like a regular.
Oh, you are. It just takes one visit to Rosie's. Anyway, you're such a good sport, putting up with all our shenanigans and everything. We hope you'll come back real soon.
Oh, I will. Bye, Pete. Bye. Do you mind if I ask just one more question?
What's that?
Well, it's just for me. It's not for the article.
Well, sure, we'll answer it if we can.
It's about the two of you, about your relationship. there seems to be so much warmth between you, and I take it you're not married, so are you just really good friends, or is it just really none of my business?
Answer the lady, John.
Well, my dear, you're not the first person to wonder about Rosie and me. And no, we're not married, but we are very good friends. And maybe just a little bit more. She's the butter on my popcorn, and just a little bit more. The hot fudge on my sundae, and just a little bit more. She's the spice that makes life better. She's number one, she's on drawer. She's the ice cream on my apple pie, and just a little bit more. And just a little bit more.
Cross my T's and dot my
And
I's.
just a little bit more.
Compliment me in a way that satisfies. You're the mustard on my hot dog, just a little bit more. The ketchup on my French fries, just a little bit more. You're the sauce I put on pasta, standing over encore. You're the icing on my chocolate cake, and just a little bit more. And just a little bit more.
Cross my T's and dot my I's.
Just a little bit more.
Compliment me in a way that satisfies.
You're my hard drive.
You're my software, and just a little bit more.
The modem for my faxes, and just more.
I like lots of random access.
I've got access galore. Looks like we do well technologically, and just a little bit more.
Well, I don't know if that answers your question or not, but it's the best I could do.
Well, you have a really unique way of explaining things, but I think I've got the picture. I really got to take off now. Thanks for everything.
Come back again, Kate.
I sure will.
We'll
Good
see you
night.
real soon.
Good night, Rosie.
Hello, friend.
We make a pretty good team, don't we?
Well, we always have, and I hope we always will.
You know, I was really moved by that song you sang earlier. Made me feel real happy.
Because it was supposed to. Johnny, something special happened here tonight. To me, I mean. And I was just thinking, it's about time I made an honest man out of you. What do you say?
What do I say? Hell, I've been asking you for years.
I know, but everything's always been so good, and I didn't want to do anything wrong to spoil it. Neither one of us are getting any younger. And since I can't imagine living my life without you, I thought maybe we should just make it legal. Why don't we just do it?
I love you, Rose.
I love you, John. You're my knight in shining armor, and just a little bit more.
You're my morning sunrise, and just a little bit more. I can't imagine life without you. You're the one I adore. Stay with me and make my life complete. Who could want any more? So, Rosie and I are finally getting hitched. And of course, Kate's taking all the credit for it. Now, by the way, she did write a real nice article about us in the paper. And she insists on covering the wedding. Now, we don't have a date set for it yet, but you're all invited. Well, don't you want to come? Yeah. But you know, it doesn't take weddings or people writing stories about the place to make it special. There's always something exciting happening here at Rosie's. Well, with this bunch of characters, how could you miss? And of course, we love our newcomers too. Those who are just passing through, and those who discover the place and become regulars. So the next time you're out this way, we hope you'll drop in again. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll be telling your story. We'd like to thank you folks for stopping by on this evening's fun. We hope you come back soon, brand new tunes, and tell your friends to come. We hope we made you smile for a little while. You've had a change of pace, 'cause there's no place else on earth like Rosie's place. Good night, y'all.
Sorry about the lines in the tape. I know it's not the greatest tape. Now I'm going to try to do this really slow, and I keep messing it up. So anyway, we all come in on, it'll sweep you up just like a tidal wave right here. It'll sweep you up just like a tidal wave. It's called the stomp. Bonnie on the stomp. Yeah, yeah. The Bonnie on the stomp. Gonna shed all my blues. Gonna kick off my shoes. Gonna have me a ball. Gonna bounce off the wall. Grapevine. And stomp and rhyme. I'll be stomping all night till I'm blowing my mind. I'll keep on dancing till the break of day. Gotta work tomorrow, but that's okay. Grapevine. Facing the back now. You turn to the front and stomp, stomp. Yeah, yeah. The Bonnie will stomp. Release. Yeah, yeah. The Bonnie will stomp. Now this is the dance break. Bonnie will stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left, right, left, right, left, right. To the right. Jump, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. The rope thing with the left hand. Rope thing with the right hand. Step, pivot, step, jump, 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 jump. The Bonnie almost stomp at me. It's all just music though. Prepare, turn, right, left, jump, slide, slide, slide. Jump, and up, and bump and ride. I'll be stomping all night, blowing my mind. Now the surfing till the break of day. Gotta step that. Turn. And it goes right, together, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, together, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left. From the top of Mauna Kea, the beach down at Waimea, it's the stomp. Bonnie, you will stomp. Grapevine. Together, and this is your favorite thing. Face the back. Once the music starts, you'll find your feet just won't behave. Grab yourself a partner, join in the latest craze. It'll sweep you up just like a tidal wave. It's called the stomp, yeah, yeah. Bonnie on the stomp, it's called the stomp. It's big again. And into the chorus again. Shed all my blues, gonna kick off my shoes, gonna have me fall, gonna bounce off the walls. Rock and roll, bump and rhyme. I'll be stomping all night, till I'm blowing my mind. Gonna dancing till the break of day. Gotta work tomorrow. Don't mind the screaming, baby. I need some sleep, but I want to stay. It's not ending. Bonnie will stomp and do the stomp. Yeah, yeah. Bonnie was the last one. Stomp. Yeah, yeah. The Bonnie will stomp. That was kind of fast, but there you go.
Here on the Channel 2 Morning News. As usual, joining us to tackle a few viewer questions is Dr. Kalani Brady, who specializes in internal medicine. And you're all decked out for an upcoming play, huh?
That's right. Night at Rosie's, the next 4 weekends at HPU.
It's a dinner show.
It's a dinner show. You don't have to go to dinner, but it's a nice Texas barbecue. And if you want, you can go to that, and the show is additional to that.
Sounds like a dinner with a high sodium content.
It might be.
Uh-oh. But you'll be there to...
Well, if any accidents occur, we're right there to take care of them.
All right. This woman says that she has a 30-month-old child who frequently gets sick with a green, productive cough and sneezing. Oh, in the face.
That's pretty serious. Yes, indeed.
Okay, this woman says that her mom has sclerosis of the liver. Is there a cure, and what causes this?
Sclerosis is the beginning of scarring. You've probably heard of cirrhosis, which can be a further manifestation of liver sclerosis. can be caused by a number of things. Maybe she's allergic to the shampoo or to the conditioner or something like that. It's possible that she dries her hair inadequately and then it gets cold overnight and she's chilled that way. We don't usually get colds from being chilled, but I would look into allergy as more of the cause than the fact that she's getting a viral or communicable disease from the shampoo.
Change products. Could it be something even, I was going to say the towel that she does the laundry in, the detergent on the towel, but then she would get
everywhere
it more
else.
often than just...
Yeah, and it wouldn't just be in the stuffiness of the head. It would.
Joined as usual by Dr. Kaleni Brady. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
And you're all decked out because you
A
have...
night at Rosie's.
That's right.
The next 4 weeks at HPU Hawaii Loa over across from the Poly Golf Course. A nice dinner theater show, Texas-style barbecue, and a good old night listening to pretty music.
Okay, sounds good. This grandma says her grandson is always hot and perspiring. Besides giving him cool baths, is there any medication that she can give him to cool him off?
Heat and perspiration are symptoms, and rather than can help. It's important not to self-diagnose irritable bowel. The symptoms are frequently abdominal cramping, loose stools, frequent stooling, and those things occur while you're awake. And you want to make sure that something else isn't going on. So once the doctor has established that diagnosis, they can talk with you about the treatment of diet and stress management. It's a very common disease.
Yeah, I've heard it's common. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Hope your play goes well.
Thank you.
Starts this weekend in Kaneohe.
That's right.
Rosie's Boathouse.
Come on, see it.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Kaleni Brady.
All right, thank you, Doctor.
Isn't it hard to wear white? You spill coffee and it's
Well,
just a tough
I don't
color.
wear it often, and it's just Reverend Bill Sinfree. He's just a
good guy.
White kind of individual, you know, he's just supposedly pure.
Sounds like in the play you turn out not to be pure.
Ah, well, you have to come see to find out.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. And birthday congratulations to